Hey, this is Lance with 20-Sided Knight. Today, before we go over our So You Wanna Be, not gonna say what it is yet, we just want to talk a little bit about our newest sponsor for next month's giveaway, the Dice Hut.
Yeah, we finally got a sponsor!
Oh man!
Soul Train!
But anyway, so they're a pretty cool store. I checked them out. They have this really sweet chainmail dice bag, and if you use the link listed below, or code 20-Sided Knight, like here somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get 20% off for the first 10 people who buy something from there.
Yeah.
So our So You Wanna Be is going to be So You Wanna Be
Scary Spice!
Alright, that's kind of better. So, yeah, let's talk about one thing, Scary Spice. I would say make her a, obviously, Bard.
Yeah.
Let's make her a Glamour Bard level 4. More about Scary Spice, also known as Mel B, on her non-stage name. She's a well-rounded actress and singer, performer,
Musical icon and sensation.
I'm sure she can maul a cheetah to death with her bare hands and teeth if necessary.
That's where she got that cheetah print.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Just her starting off stats, from highest to lowest, we gave her a highest stats going to be obviously charisma, playing a bit towards her, her stagecraft, obviously sheer intimidation, as well as persuasion factor. Let's see, secondary to that is going to be her constitution, because all that staging and moving around and dancing, it's more than those fat guys can do. It's got to take a hardy con to do that. Then it's dexterity,
which is the ability to do all that dancing around.
Yeah, and as a fighter, she's going to be like more of a dex fightery bard. And also her spells are going to be used to bolster wow the audience, as well as bolster her friends, because making one's forever, perfection never ends.
Indeed.
Yeah. Then her wisdom, intelligence, strength is the lowest end of the pool there for that, mainly because it is a dexterity-based build. And for this dex fighter also, we all know that Sporty Spice is probably the muscle of the group.
Yeah, if you ever have a minute, there's a really hard video to find of her bench pressing a bus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's...
Sporty Spice? Oh, yeah. Fuck.
How did you get so famous?
Yeah, I guess that. But yeah, do you just want to talk about her ability scores for a second here?
Yeah, so ultimately, by the end of it, her ability scores are going to be a 8 for strength, because like we said, Sporty Spice is the muscle of the group. Her dexterity is going to end up being a 15. Her constitution is going to be a 12. Intelligence is a 13. Wisdom is a 0, mostly because, she is the brash one, so she's a little bit headstrong. And her charisma is going to end up being a 19.
Yeah, because again, she's one of the Spice Girls. She's very charismatic, very threatening.
So the skills she's going to be proficient in is acrobatics, sleight of hand, perception, intimidation, and obviously performance.
We're going to make sure her bardic expertise is to be in intimidation and performance. Performance just because, she is a pop icon, singer, dancer, all the above. And she is, Scary Spice. Even on the the pantheon of the Spice Girls, she is the scary one among them, so obviously...
Yeah, Nine Circles, her name is only spoken in hushed tones.
Yeah, or just, oh god, it's Scary Spice, I'll fight and die for you.
Please don't spook me. So just going over the abilities that she is going to get for being a bard. Really quick, she is going to get Bard Inspiration, which is, the bread and butter of every bard build. So basically you just give a Bard Inspiration die, you give it to an ally that can hear you within 60 feet, and they'll be able to roll an extra d6 and add that to an ability check, a saving throw, or an attack roll for the next 10 minutes. After that is Jack of all trades, which is really good. It's a really good skill ability that all bards have. What it does is it just, every skill that you're not proficient in, you add half your proficiency bonus into, which at lower levels like this isn't, it's still good. It's nothing to
better than not being
yeah, better than a fork in the eye.
Yeah.
But especially at higher levels, when your proficiency bonus does get higher, it does get real good. The other bardic ability she's going to is Song of Rest, and basically what that does is when you're taking a short rest, you're basically playing some cool jams. And, people who are using hit dice to regain health can gain an extra d6 health. And like I said, they're going to get expertise, which is, you just 2 of your skills you're proficient in, you double the proficiency bonus for those skills.
So the abilities that she's going to get for being a Glamour Bard specifically, 1, Mantle of Inspiration. You can use your Bardic Inspiration for creatures up to her Charisma modifier, so that's going to be 4 creatures. gain 5 temporary hit points, and then they can also use their reaction to move at their speed without taking attack of opportunity. This can be sort of role played as, she's that much more intimidating than the monsters around her. That you're listening to what she says, and you're also going to do that thing where like the Taskmaster when I was little back in the orphanage, they would hit you if you didn't go to work. So you're like you're gonna it makes you have that sort of jolt of energy.
Yeah, or just get you like real pumped, so you're like running real quick.
Yeah, sure. And the other thing that you would get was enthralling performance. Enthralling performance, when you perform for at least a minute, so like a song, you can choose as many humanoids up to your charisma modifier. We'll need to pass a wisdom saving throw or be charmed. They'll speak well of you and stand up for you and whatnot for an hour. If they succeed the saving throw, they don't know that you tried to charm them. They could just think it's like a really good performance, which is actually really good compared to like spells like again, charm person when they know that you're trying to charm them. This ability therefore that it sort of makes sure that they don't know that you tried to enthrall them.
Yeah.
Which is a really big part of it. Therefore that.
The feat that she has as actor. Basically what it does is it gives you +1 charisma when you get it, and you have advantage on deception and performance checks when you're trying to pass yourself off as a different person. And also you can mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made by creatures. You must have heard the person speaking or heard the creature make the sound for at least a minute, but a successful insight check by your deception allows listener to determine that the effect is it's not real. You're just sort of like, oh my gosh, that's not the real Ronald Reagan. That's just a guy going, I'm not a crook.
I mean, first that's Nixon. So yeah, is that all the feats that she gets?
Yeah, because the other feat that she gets, because that feat we gave her that at level 1 for just being human, because human race best race, and level 4, she gets an ability, their feat, but we decided to give that to her charisma. You can either choose to get a feat or a stat boost, and we decided to throw that at charisma all damn day.
So yeah, now we're going to talk about her spells for a little bit there for that. So yeah, since she's a bard, her spellcasting ability modifier is going to be charisma. Her spell save is going to be 14, and her spell save is going to be a 6. Her cantrips are going to be mainly stagecraft in nature, prestidigitation, dancing lights, and then finally lights. This could speak to the pyrotechnics of a Spice Girls show, of the different lighting effects that goes on, like different things like, wind effects, billowing up as she, comes out to perform.
Constructs being created.
Yes, constructs being created, light in your soul being illuminated and then dying out when you know that you were only truly alive for the hour-long or so long performance when you were in the grip of the Spice Girls. Mm-hmm. She's going on her first level spells. Her first level spells, she's going to have 4 spell slots. We gave her Dissonant Whispers, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and then Charm Person. We gave her Tasha's Hideous Laughter mainly because on top of being intimidating and charming, she's also hilarious. Like some scenes in Spice World, both the game and the movie, were really, I'd recommend watching it. Her second level spells, Pyrotechnics, Skywrite, Hold Person, and Enthrall. Hold Person just mainly because if you are watching a Spice Girls performance,
you can't help, you can't move away.
Yeah, you are stuck in place, all you can do is clap and cheer and scream as you pray that melody gives you a swift and undeserving death.
And doesn't send a sporty spice after you.
Yeah, and enthralled is because you're obviously going to be enthralled and enraptured by a performance. You can't really look away. All that you're going to be able to do if you're the common man or woman is going to be to watch and enjoy the show of the Spice Girls. So yeah, was there anything else that you wanted to bring up here for this?
Yeah, really quick, just her equipment we gave her, it's nothing to write home about, just regular starting equipment. Like she has her rapier at level 1, her entertainer's pack, her leather armor, which is probably torn from the corpse of a cheetah, like all that cheetah print she probably wore.
She's hewn that herself.
Yeah, she didn't get that from a store. She just sort of walked out, walked in the jungle in just a t-shirt and jeans, walked out with cheetah skin, and no one said anything because it's like she didn't come out, she didn't go in with that.
But who's gonna stop her? She is a performer. She does get proficiency in the disguise kit, and this could be things like like a sort of makeup or different costumes that she'd be wearing for shows, things like that. She gets about 4 different musical instruments, being a bard of her type, and also because of her background. The ones that I would think we give her would be, really older fashioned ones, like a lute, I want to say, maybe like, ye old drum sets, and those are kind of old. A flute, because it rhymes with lute.
A church organ.
Yeah, and then also a church organ, because that's ye old piano as far as things go in my book. Let's see here. She also, on top of that, she also gets, just from her background, a favor from an admirer. This can be a fan in a high place, or a fan in a low place that you need to say, hey, either thing like, I demand an audience with this person, you're my friend, right? You'd want to do anything for Scary Spice. Do this for me. Scary Spice will save your soul.
It's like, you don't want to be, it's like, they're like, why? It's like, do you want to be at the right hand of Scary Spice or in her path?
Exactly. On top of that, she also gets some, let's see. On top of that, she also gets 1 costume of her choice on top of like whatever other arms and armor and clothes that she would get as well. This costume, you pick it on character creation. This can be like her state's apparel or what have you there for Scary Spice. Looking at her stats, if I were to play a bard, if I were to ever stray away from the path of human war cleric, I'd probably play Scary Spice. Would you?
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's no
Susan.
She's no Susan. She's no Alice Gruber or Johnny.
But she is Scary Spice, and that's a lot for me.
Yeah.
Well, again, thanks for watching 20 Night. Also, check out the Dice Hut to get 20% off your next order by using the code below or here. And thanks for watching 27 Night.
Remember, use that code quick because only the first 10 people get it. After that, sorry.
Yeah. Well, if that's everything, bye for now.
Hey you rascals, thank you for watching our video. Click here to subscribe, click here to watch one of our newer videos, and click here if you feel like watching something random. Have a good day.